All right. Here's this is a tool that we've created to help you manage your and educate your network. So you essentially start here. And that is the concept of getting all of your names written down. Now, you've probably often heard the phrase, put 100 names down. Have you heard that? I want you to put 1,000 names down. All right, everybody like squirmed a little bit. But the reality is they've done studies on this. People that are 35 years of age or older know 2,000 or more people. Isn't that wild? So what happens if you're only coming up with 100 names of people that you know, it's because you're not driving into all of your relationships. Like, who do you know at school? Who cuts your hair? Who are the people at the grocery store stand? Who's at your church or activities, or where do you volunteer? Who are those people? Who are your kids' teachers, and who are the principals, and and you start getting into your daily life, and you start realizing that you're connected to a lot of people. And so the key of this exercise, this pad, by the way, has 50 sheets in it, and it will allow 10 names per sheet, which is 500 names. And so my first challenge to you is to get a names list pad and see if you can fill it out. Can you fill it up? Can you fill the whole thing? Now, here's the reason why I would ask you to do that. Because if you do, you will never run out of people. In my last company, we did kind of some non-scientific studies. But we realized that people were consistently with 200 names or more that they actually process thoroughly, I mean run through their full system, are invariably six-figure earners in network marketing. Is that wild? People with 200 names or more consistently are invariably six-figure earners in network marketing if they process those 200 names thoroughly according to their processor system. Isn't that cool? So I'm going to ask you again, what are you waiting for? What have you done? What did you do last week? Did you get to 10 names? 200? That's awesome. All right, so remember this phrase, your network feeds your contact list. Educate your network. Let them know what you do. Now, they don't have to be interested to help you. Now, if you follow this process, I have never run out of people to talk to, and I'm coming into my 6th year in doTERRA. I have tens of thousands of people on my team all over the world, all from networking. All right. Isn't it interesting that they call it network marketing instead of marketing? Kind of interesting, huh? All right, here's how this works. You put their name in, and one of the key things that makes this really valuable is this cycle right there. The C stands for contacted them. In other words, I called them to educate them. Now, if you have, then you can check that thing. If you've sent them a sample, you can check the S. If you've presented to them, then you can check the P, which is the oil class, right? Now, keep in mind that we've probably done a disservice calling the oil class a class. We probably should have called it the presentation. And the reason why is because class kind of creates something that makes it harder than it actually is. It also makes it more formal than it actually needs to be. But if it's a presentation, if you're contacting people to give them a presentation about oils, well, now that can happen in a variety of ways. That can be a formal setting, it can be a room with people, it can be one-on-one, it can be real quick, cover some bullet points, it can be a number of things where you actually present the oil. And so when you're thinking about the class side, think in terms of presentation. Have I presented my value? Now, every company, and you all are company owners, you're all CEO of your own company. Every company has to present their offer, right? Every company has to present their offer. So now you are all business owners. You're in business, and you have to learn how to present your offer. And that is the presentation or the class. Fortunately, we've made it really easy, right? All right. Now, If they enroll, then you can check the E. And if they'd like to host a class for you or introduce you to other people, you can check the H for host. What I really like about this is when you have the sheet, you can now see all the way down the column where you're at with each people. Now, the other thing I like about the sheet of paper is I can set it out by my computer. So by my computer, I have my names list sheets sitting out because I cannot hide from them. And so I can look at them and I can go, oh yeah, that's right. I haven't called Julie in about a month. Right? I gave her that sample. Somebody else has probably enrolled her by now. You've never had that happen, have you? All right. So everybody clear how the names list works? Some subtle, see, this is duplication in action again. You feel confident about how the names list works? All right, excellent. Okay. Now, how do we approach that network?